everyone. This week we are going to discuss I said again. Is ever going to start counting me on those? My husband will. We're going to discuss your layout ideas. A big thing that has been, people have come to me and said is, do you have a layout idea on this or a layout idea on that? I'm going to explain what I do. A lot of us tend to save all of our magazines. Am I correct? I mean, you probably have a shelf that looks like this. Great, dandy, but if you're going to scrapbook for a weekend, are you going to take the whole shelf with you? Realistically, no. I mean, we have to be conservative of our space and our partner, unless you spread germs to your partner and she gets gone for the weekend and then you get her whole space, but that's a whole different story. So, the important thing to do is when I get a magazine, I will read through it, like here's an example, scrapbooks, etc. I will read through it, get all the ideas that I need out of it, then I go back through and I tear the page idea out of it. My second step is that, and please don't go, because a lot of people do, but you're going to use it more, and let me show you how and why. I have this little handy Russell and Hazel binder. It's been used like 500 times for many different things, but recently I can't collage. Okay, so I'm going to admit this right now to everybody because I'm too linear of a person. My daughter did a wonderful job collaging because I have to line everything up. And so I literally just handed her my back box of scraps and walked away. And she did a fabulous job collaging it for me. It needed to be redone. I had just pretty much covered it with one sheet of paper. So, are we getting a good shot on this, Danielle?
Mm-hmm.
So in here, I have each of these divided by sections. The sections are 1 photo, 2 photos, 3 photos, 4+ photos, and mixture. How they are in there, these are like the little bitty ones that I cut out and didn't save the whole sheet, so they're grouped in there. The other ones are just 3 hole punched in there. And you're probably looking going, oh my gosh, that's so time consuming. TV ladies, how often do you sit and watch one of your favorite shows, or are you in a car traveling, driving to Wichita? For me, that's a key hour that I don't want to drive. I can get so much accomplished in an hour in that car and an hour back, being at my parents', going somewhere for a trip. These are types of things that you can use for downtime. Go through your magazines when it comes in the mail. I usually wait till it's about a couple months old, make sure I got everything out of it, and then I go back through and I tear my ideas out of it. When somebody comes to you and wants a layout idea, they're going to go, oh, and you'll go, how many photos do you have? Well, I have 3. So you flip them to this 3 photo section and let them go through and check out all of these layouts that take 3 different photos. The reason why this is important and leading up to it is you're going to see in a couple of weeks we're going to pack a page kit. My page kits consist of the paper I'm going to use, the pictures, and the layout idea I'm going to use. You can always put it back. If it's a good layout idea and I know I'm going to use it more than once, I'll put it back. If it's not, I have a pile of layout ideas that I put them on, and I put them in, and then I take them to crops with me. And if somebody wants to look through them and take one of those out, they can. And most of the time I'll just tell them to keep them or share the love, pass the love. Because I may not want to do that layout again. But if it's a good one, it goes back in this book when I'm done. So when I leave after a weekend crop, I have a pile of layouts that I've done that go with me. So this is one idea. Now some of us buy like those absolute books that you just can't spare to tear apart. And this is one of those for me. I'm thinking this is pretty old school. I can't remember how long I've had it. They're probably going to come out with some updated ones, and you can check with Steph at the store, Renee or Christy, and see if they can order it for you. When you have this type of situation and you don't want to tear it up, I'll show you as we're planning page kits. And remember the little 3x5 note cards I talked to you guys about? Danielle, can you hand me one? They're to your left. Got my lovely Vanna behind you. All you can see is her hands coming out. She's like jazz hands. Little jazz hands. What I do when I'm planning a page is if I couldn't find anything in my book, in the 3-ring binder, and I've got an idea that's come out of like one of these or a hardback book, for example, I've got some I think behind Danielle, and we'll grab. This is an old school, but it's a love because I love Kathy Z. This type of thing. Then when I'm planning a page on these little note cards, I'll write like 12 by 12 layout, Christmas. and then I'll write Scrapbooks Page Planner, page 14. When I'm packing page kits, and I'll show you this to go on a weekend crop, I flip through my page layouts, my page kits, and I'll see that I need that book. So I'll make sure to pack that book in my idea bag. I have one little black bag. Can you?
Yeah, I'll go where you go.
We're going to move a little bit.
Oh, and you guys all know how good I am at my mobile filming, right?
So I'm going to break open the closet. But I have one little black bag that I specifically use that I take, put all my page idea books in. And everybody knows that I have this little black bag. I know Danielle has this little black bag.
I love it.
The handle little bag. This always keeps my page ideas in them. In these little pockets, I keep the cards. What are those cards called, Danielle? You know, they came with the book, and you have the little cards.
Oh, like library cards, or
no.
They came with what book?
The idea cards and the sketches. Those fit right in this little pocket here, so I can put the little sketches cards in here, and they're on a little three-ring holder, and I'm sure they're probably in my bigger bag. So that is my idea bag, and so what specifically goes in the idea bag is all of my idea books. So it would be like my 3-ring binder, my books that I don't tear apart, and maybe my newest magazines. It is a process to pack, and to get to this point, I want to reiterate to you ladies, if you're ready to make the commitment to get organized, to be able to go to a weekend crop or a night crop. Friday night we're cropping at Scrapbook Kathy's. Don't forget, Danielle.
Yay!
I am ready. I will study and work all week. All I have to do now is I have my big black bag. I'll just reach.
Whoa.
Which is this bag and this bag. All I'm going to have to do is grab those two to go to Kathy's house for the night, because this has page kits in it and this has all my tools in it. That's all I'm going to need. It's not going to take me 2 weeks to prepare to do that. I'm going to be ready to go. I'll come home Friday from work, take a shower, put comfy clothes, put jammies on, grab my snackies, and go. It won't be a process. I remember when I would not go cropping at somebody's house if I didn't have 3 weeks to prepare, because it became so overwhelming, and then I spent half my night digging through my stuff and not get anything done. That's not useful, ladies. We want to buy the stuff, we want to use it so we can go buy more new stuff, okay? So let's get through this process. So the important thing is, before we start talking about packing our bags to go cropping and page kits, is get through getting your embellishments organized. Remember, we've spent several weeks discussing that. Get your paper organized. If you have questions, email me, post on the blog. Let the girls know. They know how to reach me. We're here to help you. Get your Clip It Up ready if you have it. If you have a different way to organize your embellishments, get those ready. Get them organized to use them. The way I show you to pack page kits, those things will come in handy. I want to go just a little bit more into this process of ideas with you guys, and then we're going to let you go. This is another little binder. This is kind of my older binder, and it's kind of smaller, but I do take it too because it has ideas in it. And the reason why I got away from this was before my life got really extra hectic, so I literally trimmed down all of these to fit in this book, which is great, and I'm getting through it. But I would just go to Walmart, buy a cheapy little 3-ring binder, buy some little dividers, get you some page protectors, and get your ideas in your 3-ring binder. If you have any questions about this too, please let us know. The mixture ones, and I'm sure that I probably added a question because somebody asked me why I had a mixture section, was because I liked both layouts on the page, and some were like, this is 3 photos and this is like 6 photos, 7 photos. So it's what I called a mixture. You'll have your own words and your explanations for doing things, but that's kind of how I do it. And then I always keep a little bit of extra paper in the back for notes. I have a section that's sketches and a section that's cards. So any of my little sketches that I've printed off of a website are also in here. If I'm just going for a night and I have a couple of pages I don't have completely planned out, I can grab this and be perfectly content knowing that I have enough to get me through the night. You're always going to have your core pieces when you go scrapbook and you need ideas. My core pieces is this, and I have one other book, which is my little sketches cards, which I need to find before next Friday. I thought they were all together. So having these is important to getting yourself organized so you don't have a ton. Plus, ladies, you don't need 500 magazines in your room. It's a fire hazard. Not that I want to scare you, But Stephanie's husband Rocky is a firefighter, and if he saw some of the layers of magazines us girls had, seriously, you have to remember that ads, if you look back in the advertising industry, which I did some work for advertising, 25% of your magazine are ads. So unless there's a really good layout on that ad, get rid of it. Get out what you want. If you have issues with throwing the magazines away, take them to your next crop. Let somebody with a second set of eyes go through and maybe they can find layout ideas. I have some friends that are really not at the point right now where they can purchase a whole lot of extra magazines. I subscribe to one a month, and that's one magazine a year, and then every once in a while we'll pick one up, especially if it has a big organizational thing on the front. But, share them with your friends. Share the love. Pass it down. Let the world go around, and maybe they'll find ideas in there that you didn't find appealing, but they do, and then you're getting your money's worth out of it. So if you have any questions, let us know.